welcome back to the next episode of the G&A podcast. I am just the whole, simply for Takira's enjoyment. Scooby-Doo.
And I am that cute little sister who plays her brother, Soroni. I couldn't think of anything on the spot.
Wait, what?
I couldn't.
Sister who plays her brother. Okay, I get that. Welcome to the G&A podcast. We talk about all things anime, the good, the bad, and the weeb. How you doing, Oni?
I'm doing well. How are you, Drew?
I'm also doing. Oh shit! I was about to be doing a lot less than okay because I almost knocked my whole mic over, but that didn't happen, so I'm great. Have a lot to cover. As you guys know, it was Anime NYC last week, so we did not have time to watch any anime or do the podcast. We just definitely wanted that week to just kind of, be
alive.
Exactly. And even that was hard. Yes. But nonetheless, we are here. And yeah, let's just jump right into it. And let's start with our news segment this week in anime. So I have two pieces of news. Very, very short, cute little things. According to Anime News Network, hot anime guy Apple posters had too much impact for some stores. The Zeno, which is short for the National Federation of Agricultural Cooperative Associations, Iwate Prefecture branch, commissioned several anime-style posters to sell locally produced apples. And yeah, it's just a bunch of hot, like, by shonen dudes with like apples in their hands.
Buy my apples.
Oh, apples. I mean, funny enough, I actually do like apples.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Yeah. I'm like, I love apples. I love apple pie. I love apple strudel. I love apple oatmeal. Anything that literally has apples in it, I like lose my mind about. And apparently so did everyone else, because yeah, apparently their campaign was met with great success, and apparently they got some attention on social media, even among men. Oh, I mean, par for the course.
Yeah.
And they said they also admit that some stores thought that the posters had quote unquote too much impact and decided not to display them. And he said we were a little repentant about that. They commented cheekily. So first of all, to those stores who didn't display them, you guys suck, and that's probably why your stores suck, and that's why you didn't get any apples sold, and they're probably rotting and they all have worms in them because you suck and you don't want to put up the sexy by shonens with the apples in their hands.
You better carry that same energy when some store refuses to put up I don't know, lowly selling oranges or some shit.
That's different.
No.
I
don't want to cover the lowly selling oranges story next week.
Because I know you're gonna say the same thing, and it's gonna be like this 6-year-old looking girl with her whole toes and thighs displayed. Meanwhile, let me send you the article, because it's not even that bad. It's literally just like very pretty looking boys. Like, the most scandalous picture, his arms are showing. Oh, like, it's just a bunch of pretty boys with apples in their hands, quite literally. So no, like, unless maybe the lowlies are like being really cute and innocent and like are not like wagging their toes in like in the center of the picture.
Very weird way to go with the lewdness that you immediately jump to toe wagging. I thought you were gonna say something else. You've been corrupted.
No, well, I feel like toes would be like the only way for it to be lewd without it being an obvious objection. like if she's like, I don't know, like bending over in doggy style. Honestly, no one's gonna post that. No one's gonna put that poster up.
I was thinking like her just sitting down, but with an orange between her legs or something.
With the what?
Orange between her legs.
Oh, like covering where her like vajayjay is?
Yeah.
That's obviously not going to be the same.
Boo!
For obvious
Drew's
reasons.
bias
Hello.
is showing.
Oh yeah, my bias. It's not like it's not like you see a picture of these guys standing up and like two apples where his testicles are supposed to be.
Well, maybe that's the problem. Maybe those stores were like, "This isn't gay enough. We need it. If you're gonna go with this apple thing, we need to go all the way."
we need to show the apple inside of his ass.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's one natural butt plug.
Listen, this is why we need our own store. You can have your part of the store where it's just like guys, assholes with apples in them, and I'll have my part with the lolis with oranges. All right, and we'll sell all the produce,
or get shut down by like everyone. Okay, so that was my first news, and the second news is Sayuki Reload Zeroin anime promo videos have been revealed, giving the July 6th premiere, which I feel like I almost knew that. I knew it was coming early in winter. Or at least I predicted that to be the case. So I guess I was right. Will we cover it on the podcast? Probably not. Like it would have to be like there'd have to be like nothing for me to like. I can 100% say with my whole chest that I'm watching this just for, you know, by shonen dudes and not sentimentality, nostalgia. There you go.
Yeah. No, it's good to be honest.
Yeah. So we'll see with that. I mean, everyone looks pretty as always, and you know, fighting and boys and by shonen things. You get it.
Yeah.
Homosexual undertones and all. So yeah, that's my news. What you got for us, Sony?
Well, on my side of the world, the Pokemon Evolution anime is airing its final 4 episodes, which are going to be dealing with Mewtwo, if that scary image has anything to go by that I sent you.
Oh my god, terrifying.
But yeah, the final 4 episodes of the 8-episode Pokemon Evolutions anime series will begin streaming on December 2nd. The episodes are The Rival, featuring the Sinnoh region, The Wish, which is going to focus on the Hoenn region, The Show, which is focusing on Johto, and then The Discovery, which is on Kanto, right before Christmas. So I'm assuming that's the Mewtwo one. I don't know if anyone's watched. Have you watched Pokemon Evolutions?
I have not.
Yo, it is like, on one hand, it's like not enough because it's like little mini episodes that are like I think they're like 10 minutes long, but they're so well produced it just makes me mad because it's like, imagine if UFO Table just produced Pokemon. It's like, it looks like Demon Slayer but with Pokemon. Like, watch the trailer; it just looks amazing, but they're not long enough.
Okay, I mean, I could just watch them in general.
Yeah, it's really, really. I recommend it. It's like
as soon as I'm done crying from watching To Your Eternity.
Yeah, that too.
Go watch that show, guys. It's like it's essentially Clannad with. I wouldn't say there's. I was gonna say there's no cute girls in it, but it's just like, they're not meant to be like cute high school girls. They're not drawn that way. But there are like girls around that age that exist in the series.
I'm pretty sure I'm the only one who hasn't seen it at this point in life. It's like,
right?
It's like Made in Abyss. I'm the only one who hasn't seen it.
Oh God, you haven't seen that one either.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't like anime that just are gonna make me like. I don't see, if you're gonna do an anime, it has to be natural. If it's just like from natural. Minute one, I'm like, oh, they're trying to make me cry.
Okay, yes. Episode 1 was sad, but like, it's like I said, it's a cycle. It's like, oh, sad, and then woohoo, happy, and then sad, and then woohoo, everything getting happy, everything's fun, and then we're sad. Like, it's just a cycle. That's all. But there's lots of fun and happiness in the cycle too. Yeah, like,
make the misery worse.
Oh my god. So would you rather just watch what, Kuzuno Honkai?
No. Listen, if I'm watching a sad show, it has to be like Clannad or Violet Evergarden, where it's like, yeah, it's sad, but
no, I would say it's those levels. It's those levels. It's basically just Violet Evergarden / Clannad. It truly is.
We'll see.
I recommend you go watch that. If you like Violet Evergarden, if you like Clannad, this is literally right up there. And it has like pretty decent action. I didn't expect it to have like action scenes. Like the action actually picks up. It's pretty cool. All right, now that we're done with the news, let's get into the reviews. And we are going to be starting off with Mushoku Tensei, season 2, episodes 8 and 9. I'm like, where's the first episode? My notes are a mess now because I didn't
8
like.
and 9 were linked, so it's not that hard to
Yeah.
Like, thankfully, we picked this week to go off. Like,
this is a good week. Yeah, this is a good week to do so because this isn't the only anime where they kind of had like part 1, part 2ers. But yeah, but the episode 8 starts off with a talk with Cloudman.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Actually, I'm not a big fan of those scenes. Like, because I always forget that's a thing, which is why I like Mushoku Tensei so much, because I usually just forget that, oh yeah, this is the isekai and he's like a 40-year-old dude. Like, I always forget that part because it just does such a good job of world building. So anytime it like transitions to him in the sky talking to God or whatever, I'm just like, oh yeah, it just takes me out of it.
I mean, I don't understand how you could ever forget that he's like a middle-aged man from another world. How can you forget about that? Like,
well, like I don't forget it as a plot point, but it's just I don't feel it in the moment.
You don't feel it when he's like trying to sexually harass like literally everyone.
No.
Since he was a fucking baby.
Listen, as a person who was his age, that's literally every 10-year-old boy.
Yeah, exactly. Not to his extent. No, I wasn't like going around sniffing dudes' jock straps.
Oh, remind me, we got to come back to that because like that is a plot point I have an issue with.
Okay.
Or do you want to jump to it now?
I mean, we can. Okay. What's stopping us?
So, at the end of episode 9, when Lilia gives him his panties, the panties he stole from Roxy, isn't it like what's maybe like it's a self-report and I'm just like outing myself, but like what is the point of that? Like, isn't the whole point of you stealing someone's panties or whatever, their underwear, that it's their underwear that's like worn, so it has like their scent or whatever on it? At this point, those underwear are like washed, and they're just no different from a normal pair of underwear.
But I feel like it's like the memory. It's nostalgia.
Nostalgia of that time I sexually harassed my babysitter, my /teacher.
Yes, because that's the kind of pervert he is.
So you're saying that there's a deep symbolic value for this object.
I just assume so because he's a pervert. Like, I assume that's how perverts think. Like, I don't know. That's how. That
doesn't sound like but that doesn't sound like a pervert thing. That sounds like somebody who's like emotional and sentimental thinking. Like a pervert thing would just be like, "Oh, these don't smell like Roxy anymore. I'm throwing these out."
That's not how that works. Like, whatchamacallit, not that I'm saying that Rudy is any way, a sexual assaulter in any shape or form. But people who do sexual assault, they take trophies to relive a sentimentality of like, as like a conquest. Those said things, like after a while they probably won't smell like, the victim, but they still keep it as a trophy. So that's how I kind of think of it when he's like, "Yay, Roxy's panties." It reminds me of this time where I smelled them and they smelled like Roxy, and I was a horny little bastard.
Well, I guess so. I don't know. Apparently, I did not think of him that deeply, but now that you make a good point. So I guess so. I guess Rudy thinks of him deeper than I ever did.
Yes, and that only says good things about you.
Good. Thank God. I would be like, yes, a trophy.
Yes, and keep in mind, I only know that because I watched a lot of Law and Order SVU, a lot of it, many seasons. Um, so he actually meets his sister. I love that the whole time his sister is just like shitting on Rudy while knowing that
That's
he's
Rudy.
Rudy.
Yeah, that better sister, by the way, best sister. Sorry, the other
Oh,
girl, Lilia.
absolutely.
Yeah, no, she's not cool.
I mean, that's
Bella
not.
Aisha.
It's almost not fair
Yeah,
because
it really isn't.
because like one was raised by fucking Paul of all
Oh
people,
my god, you're right.
and one was raised by Lilia, who was amazing. So
Yeah, you're right. Norn, it's Norn, right? Yeah,
yeah,
she's.
she didn't have a
I
chance.
find it hilarious that maybe now I'm thinking about it, it's like Norn didn't recognize who Rudius was, even though he looks exactly like Paul and was standing right next to Paul. But what's her name? Aisha was able to figure it out, like without any real clues, other than he looks like Paul.
I mean, also keep in mind that Lilia, I said not Lilia, I'm sorry, Aisha is, like he said, she's like really fucking smart.
Yeah, far smarter than Norn.
Like
Sorry,
no,
Norn.
like smarter than the average bear.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess maybe she kind of I can't even say it's Rudy's intellect because like he's only as smart as a 40-year-old man, but you know.
Yeah.
Not necessarily a genius. Oh well, no, I guess he is a genius when it comes to magic.
True, and he is kind of like smart in general, but
Yeah,
mostly
he
because
is
of his like
smart.
experience and stuff.
Exactly. Like he has like a lot of wisdom,
Mm-hmm.
which because he's a kid, I guess to most people that would just translate into intellect.
Yeah.
Um the princes. Let's talk about the
Right.
princes. Princes are very
Hentai
what,
protagonist one.
what was that? Yeah, the hentai tag. What was his name? Pax Pox.
Yeah, it was like Pox or Pax. I think it's meant to be Pox because I don't know, but it's spelled Pax. Poxu.
Um,
Poxu.
yeah, that's so crazy. He literally was like, he kidnaps Lilia to kidnap Rudy to kidnap Roxy.
It's kind of funny. Like I feel like that's I don't know if it was intentional, but I feel like that's some really good dark humor where it's like
Yes.
he's just a sociopath who likes kidnapping people when he has no actual plan. He's just like
Yes, he has
a
like
chain kidnapping just to get one person.
Yes, and how did he get all the people to work for him? He kidnapped,
He kidnapped
their families.
There's more people at a certain point. There's like just more people who are hostage than there are like actually employed for him.
Exactly. Such because all of Homeboy's subordinates have been sold off for the figurine.
Mm-hmm. Can I say I like that I feel like every time that there's something in this show, it's always relevant. Like every little thing is relevant. Like case in point, Roxy's panties keep coming back. But like the fact that they managed to work the figure of Roxy into like the plot of how Rudy escapes and stuff is kind of dope.
That is kind of cool. It's like I feel like this show is really good at just using everything.
Mm-hmm. Like everything is important. Everything
Everything.
matters.
Yes, in some way. It always loops back into the main plot eventually, sooner or later.
Mm-hmm.
And you know those figurines. This isn't even like the first time. Like I feel like they when we started making them, I feel like they disappeared for like a minute, and then like all of a sudden they just keep popping up. Like it's one of those things where he keeps leaving it as like a calling card.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's really cool. You know, I will going back to the Cloud Man, quote unquote. It makes me wonder what's going to be their relationship going further because you know I feel like this might be a pivotal point for their relationship because he's like, hey, how about this? You just trust what I say and do it. Like, just do what I say.
Mm-hmm.
Next time we meet, then just trust me.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I feel like at this point he's just like a plot device, kind of like a direct. He literally a plot device.
Yes,
He just
literal plot device.
yeah. So I wouldn't mind seeing him actually play more of a role, like be more developed or something, or have some kind of drama to him or some intrigue, like you mentioned with Rudy. But I don't think it's gonna happen. I think he's just gonna be a literal plot device for the rest of the show.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm curious to see how he's eventually going to, because I feel like there's no way a show like this is not gonna be so simple as like, hi, I'm just plot device. Here are some hints. Goodbye. See you next time.
Later. I'm still curious to see if he is actually somebody in the show. Like, is he taking the form in the world? Like, yeah. Like, imagine he just turns around and he was Zenith the whole time. He was like, I was actually your mom the whole time.
Oh my god, plot twist.
Yeah. Which, by the way, sucks for Rudy's mom. She's like just by herself, so that sucks.
Yeah, I hope she's okay. Because if anything happens to her, I'm gonna be really pissed, and I don't know. I'll be unreasonably upset at Paul. Like, I'll blame Paul.
I am totally blaming Paul as a person. Like, if I was betting, I would not bet that she's okay. I'll just put it that way. Given that everyone else is okay right now,
yeah.
I'm like,
she is not okay.
Somebody had to get the short end of the straw here.
Exactly. I mean, Lilia was held captive like forever. But I'm like, with this show, they can always
be worse.
Always be worse.
And considering that Lilia and her daughter were like teleported into the bottom of a fucking lake or whatever, which kind of sucks. I don't even want to think where Zenith could have been teleported to.
Into a volcano.
Yeah, just like above a volcano. Inside a monster's mouth.
Volcano's inside the monster. Well, she's like magic and she has magic and shit. I'm just gonna pray that that'll be enough to keep her safe.
I kind of hope that she's like, I don't hope that. I don't want her to suffer, but it would be cool if she shows up and she's like completely bad, because we never got to see her as a fighter. So it'd be cool if she just shows up and she's like battle scarred and like really dark and like just badass. I want to see a badass Zenith, but I kind of don't want her to suffer either.
Yeah, right. Like, I don't want her to go through a Paul day. At least Paul deserved it.
Yeah, Paul deserved it, but not Zenith, please.
Not Zenith. All right, let's move on to Komi-san wa Komi-sho this episodes 7 and 8.
And these are going to be my episodes of the week. I think these were the best two in terms of just like how funny they were. Like of Komi-san, just these were the two best episodes so far.
I
feel like you're gonna be like, I didn't like them. They were shit.
I know. I'm trying to be like, did I not like them? But I'm laughing already, just looking at my notes. I'm like, shit. I was like, damn, these are pretty.
Yeah, specifically episode 8. Episode 8 was fucking hilarious.
These are pretty funny. Yeah, no, these episodes are pretty good. And yeah, another 2 episodes where it's like where there's that hint of continuity because they're both summer episodes.
Right.
Like I said, a great time to do a 2-parter. I really like Komi's family. I just really like Komi's family.
Yeah, I'm glad that they're actually getting screen time and stuff, because I thought they were going to just be like one-off introductions or whatever. But like, I like that they actually developed their relationship with Komi and everything.
Like, I love that the mom is just a chatterbox. And then the rest of them are just like quiet.
I love that her and her father just going out together. Like, they're just so chill. They just don't speak to anybody.
They just don't speak. They don't speak at all. I mean, he eventually got sentenced out.
But like, they understand each other, so it's like,
exactly,
it's good. It's fun. It's fine. They just look weird to everyone else around them.
Right. Well, put my phone do not disturb, because of course the moment I click record, that's when everyone's like, da-da, da-da, da-da. I'm like, all right, leave me alone. But one of my standout moments was during when they're at the park, the water park, and he's on the ride with Tadano's on the ride with Komi. And writing down, I guess the hair flipping his face. He's like, they literally say, "Oh, Tadano has acquired a new fetish." I'm like, what?
Understandable.
I was like, hair.
It do be like that though. That is exactly how fetishes are acquired.
I mean, I do like hair especially on women, but that's so funny. It's like, yeah, I'm like, I love hair, especially I love women's hair. Then they're like, what about on a guy? Ugh, I want him bald.
I like that he was even thinking about her hair like later on in the episode. Yeah. He was just like imagining it.
Yes, and every time there's like a nice moment where she's doing something that looks really good, he's just like, yes, I went out to see what I went out to do what I came for. That sense didn't make any sense.
I get what you meant though.
Exactly.
I like Tadano,
and I saw it. Yep.
Like for a generic character, he's just
he is one of the. I was gonna say he is one of the best like main characters.
Oh yeah. This is how you do generic main protagonist guy. Like, yeah, he's generic normal main protagonist guy compared to everyone else, but he's just fun and interesting, and I actually feel like I can relate to him in a lot of instances.
Yeah, and he's not so like. I like that he's not so much of a bitch that he like won't do anything with Komi ever. Like, yeah, like he was like that in the big, like, you know, and he has his own progression. You know, when Komi got injured and he like snaps her out of it by like splashing water at her.
Yeah, that was a really good moment. That was really, really good. Yeah,
I was like, damn.
He grows as a character too.
I was like, damn. I was like, Tadano's I'm like, he's kind of cool. I actually like him.
You go, Tadano. Everyone gets character development. Well, main characters all get character development.
I mean, well, did he end up kind of looking like a bitch in the next episode? Absolutely.
Yeah, just a bit.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, it wasn't all his fault. But yeah, no, he's really cool. The whole festival was really fun.
That festival was great.
That was funny.
The comedic timing on like when they were doing the gun game, and then out of nowhere, what's her name just shows up. Yadano. I was like, time for a challenge, Komi.
And she loses awful. She loses so bad, and then she like tips over and she's like, we're tied, and just walks away. You know, Komi hit like 8 of them consecutively.
Yeah. She's like, whatever.
Basically tied. I'm like, she's so delusional, and I stand.
And even Yamai, like, I like how in this wholesome, pure show, we still have this, well, a couple of characters, but Yamai especially is just like this evil, fucking lewd, yandere, crazy person who just comes up to Komi and is like, oh, Komi, kneel down. I have a sausage I want you to taste.
How about this white chocolate covered banana?
White chocolate banana.
I was like, not white chocolate. You couldn't even get the normal chocolate one. I hate you.
You know it was a calculated decision.
Completely. Wait, was it? And she had so many great moments, like her face in the locker room.
Oh yeah,
where she saw the swimsuit, like her face turned into like a fucking Picasso. Oh my god, that was.
Or when she runs
funny.
at Komi in the festival and she just like faints on the spot.
Yeah, she does collapse. She like does like a run and does like a weird running collapse. Seeing her, you got. Oh my god. Yeah, she's great.
She is. So it's like I like all the characters. Like they're all kind of one note because they have the same gimmick, but they work so well together that it's hilarious.
Absolutely, and you know, and Najima just kind of doing their thing. You know, there's little moments like when Najima goes and changes with the girls, and then Tadano's like, But I like the fact that that they let Tadano change, not Tadano, Najima change in like, a mixed gender bathroom.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. And then their army of friends. Oh yeah, I invited all my friends.
All
just like
1,000 of my friends.
Literally. And then they just walk by and like the friends just follow. It's like a whole crowd. It was, yeah. I can understand why. I can understand why, indeed. This is your favorite.
Yeah.
All right. But unless you have anything else to add, let's move on to Senpai ga Uzai Kohai no Hanashi. Episodes 7 and 8, yes. Which are my episodes of the week.
I knew it. I was like, for Drew, it's either gonna be Komi or Senpai.
It basically was. I almost did it, but I was just like, I don't know. Yo, this series
is so good.
It literally just hits so different. Like it's literally like it just makes me happy.
Exactly.
This series just makes me happy.
I like that there's no unnecessary drama either. It's all like it's all just comfy fun.
Yes. And of course, I had to give it up for episode of the week because of one of the episodes dedicated to my dark skinned queen, Natsumi.
Oh, that was such a. I actually forgot about that episode because I was so fixated on episode 8. But episode 7 was really good because I love that they explored finally Natsumi, and they also went into more detail about how she met Futaba and everybody. Yeah. They have a nice little story together. It's really cute.
Yeah, it was cute. Oh my god, the story how they met. Yeah, she really wasn't shit back in high school, and I stand.
Why are you following me? Are you taking me to school? Nope, going to this arcade.
I'm skipping, but good luck though. Oh my god. Excuse me. And then even in the episode, they still have moments to like sprinkle the couples doing their things. Takeda complimenting Futaba's hair, and she's getting all like, "Oh my god, you're talking about my hair."
That was a little cute scene. Like, why are you smelling me?
Yeah, and then Kazuma getting food for Sakurai. Excuse me. I will say, yes, episode 8 was definitely a stronger episode. But this is very cute. I liked the scene where literally Natsumi goes world star on those poor kids.
Oh yeah, fuck those kids.
I mean, yeah, really fuck those kids because they were doing the most, and then she just knocked Homeboy out. Oh my god, that was great.
It was, and it's relatable too. I kind of like, I'm like, oh yeah, there were definitely kids like this in high school, definitely for sure.
Y'all, and Oni can attest to this. I almost was Natsumi for
he was the Natsumi and I was the Futaba.
Yeah,
not just because I'm small and can't draw.
Yes, not because. Yes, exactly. That was not it. I was definitely ready to fight. But yeah, so that was a cute episode. Episode 8. Oh man,
this was so fun. Because I feel like we're getting two different types of relationships between them. Like Futaba and I keep forgetting his name. I'm gonna look him up right now.
Takeda?
Yeah, Takeda have the
I mean, I literally said in the beginning, like I'm his whole. Yeah, I'm sorry, and I never said that because every time I watch it, I'm just like, damn, I really want some more Takeda Dojin. Like every time I watch it, I end up the episode being like, God, he's hot. Like, and he's such a he's like a very like ordinary design. Well,
yeah, he's not super, like he's generic.
Okay,
like,
so let me phrase that. For a man who has watched a lot of Bada, his design is relatively like standard. He looks like you slap him in Bada Yaoi. Boom, and he fits in perfectly. Very like can't distinguish him from the other person.
I like that Kazuma and Sakurai have this like really shoujo-esque like fairy tale like romance where they're on a date and he like defends her and they're like,
yes.
But then Futaba and Takeda have a very more realistic. They're just chilling together, like, let's just watch movies and go get some ramen or some shit. Like, it's like two different styles of romance, but they both work.
I agree. Yes, they're both very adorable in their respective ways. I will say that the Kazuma Sakurai Day was by far my favorite part.
Oh yeah, me too.
Of this episode, like, like they really just put in a dolphin that just looks like Kazuma. Like all these normal looking dolphins, then you just see Kazuma, a completely different anime style.
I like how casually they like they feel casual in the show. Like even when you watch like shoujos and stuff where there's two characters dating like that, they don't feel as real as Kazuma and Sakurai do. You know what I mean? Like they have good chemistry with each other.
And I was actually gonna say, prior to this, I still kind of questioned like why are they together? It's like these are very different people. I was like, oh, I was like, okay, like it wasn't so unreasonable, but I was like, I don't really see it, not the way I see it between Futaba and Takeda. But I think this episode like sealed the deal for me.
Same. I like that. He's still. First off, I love the scene where she gets splat. First, she looks so much better with her hair like wet and like covering one eye. But that aside, I like the scene where she gets wet, and then he's just staring at her tits, and then she's like, "Oh yeah, you just want to look at my chest, okay?"
Yeah, she's like, "Huh? You always seems the only time you see the smiles when you're looking at my breast." That's exactly what she said.
Yeah,
and I'm just like Sakurai. I stand. She's my favorite character in the entire show.
Same.
Also random, but am I the only one who noticed that like the dolphin trainer looked like MHX?
Did she? I wasn't paying attention to her.
She kind of does. She does like mysterious hair and X, like complete. Like I was like getting deja vu. I was like, is literally just like a girl in a bikini with a blonde hair and a cap? Like,
oh shit, I gotta go back and rewatch it.
I was like, huh?
Carnival Phantasm crossover.
Oh my! Could you imagine? But also in this episode, I mean, I really love Sakurai, but I also really loved Kazuma because like he stepped up in a huge way.
Yes, he was very cool at the end.
Yeah, before he just kind of, I feel like he was just letting Sakurai kind of take the lead and them getting to know each other, but he stepped up and defended her. Even though I don't know what the deals with those guys were. They were like, "No, come to the bubble tea. They have great bubble tea."
They were like following her, like after running away. They were like, "Wait, chase them!" I'm like, "Wait, what? Chase them?
Why are you like? She's clearly on a date and doesn't want to go. Like, you can't force her. Yeah. Are we gonna drag her to get bubble tea? Like, I was like, you guys are weird. Like, why? That's crazy. Like, it made more sense at that point if you're just trying to mug them.
Yeah.
No, come here so I can treat you to bubble tea.
They were actually serial killers, and that was their target.
Oh my god. But yeah, no, that especially episode 8 was just like, it was literally just injecting serotonin deep and like just directly into my veins. I loved it.
It was so good.
So much. Good. Great episode. Ugh. All right, let's move on to excuse me. Takt op.Destiny episodes 7 and 8. Yep.
Another pair of strong episodes. I feel like wait, were these also loosely connected?
Yes.
Or very not loosely at all.
Yes.
Kind of directly.
No, they
connected.
were directly.
Yeah.
Directly at 7 and 8 were the same up, like basically could have been line. Yeah, exactly.
I feel like a lot of the shows this week had strong episodes.
I love how the episode started with Blondie. I call him Blondie. I feel like what's his name? Felix. I like Blondie better. So Blondie's like, I'm such hot shit. And then the Grand Maestro is like, hey, you just Stop fucking with them.
Yeah, chill, bro.
And then he's like, what? He's like, he's special. Well, but I'm really good. And he's like, no, you're not. He's like, you're actually not really. Sorry. Like, that was so funny. And then apparently he's like super strong because he just punched a giant like hole in the wall without bleeding. Which I guess. And then we find out later on, like, he's the one who's been resurrecting all the D2s.
What a dick.
Like, and for what?
Yeah, I have to say that was probably the worst part of the episode for me.
Yes.
Because it was like, unnecessary.
It was unnecessary. Like, it's like your plot point doesn't make any.
Yeah,
like I still kind of don't. I don't understand your motivation still. Like, even though after you said it, I still don't. Like, maybe I wasn't paying attention as much?
I
Like,
mean, I don't blame you because I don't pay attention much sometimes when I watch the show. But I definitely did not see anything that alluded to that at all, other than it felt like a moment where they were just like, oh shit, wait, there's only like 12 episodes, so we need a villain and we need to tie all these plot points together.
But everything was resolved by the end of episode 8, so clearly it doesn't stop there.
Yeah, so I guess they're gonna go on with some more stuff. Like, I'm sure.
Yeah, I feel like Maestro is probably also kind of evil.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like, ooh, you're calm and hot.
Mm-hmm. He's the other type of. Instead of being a crazy evil guy, he's like the calm, cool, collected evil guy.
Yeah, he's like, I'm using everyone as like a means to an end, as opposed to guy who's like, I'm going to destroy all these towns
for no reason.
For no, exactly. And he's like he was like, and my problem with him is that he was too much of a villain, like to the point where it's like cartoonish and not in a good way. Like, what the line that made me officially like over him?
What?
Oh, I hate music. I was like, girl, bye. I was like, girl, bye. I was like, you hate music. I'm like, you're a conductor, but you hate music. I'm like,
if you're playing Pokemon and you get to like the final like champion, and he's like, actually, I hate Pokemon.
I hate Pokemon.
Wait, what?
What? Like, all right, girl, you can just go.
Yeah,
I will say
he was bad. He was just bad.
Just a bad villain all around. Things I did like about these 2 episodes. Just like, these were huge episodes for growth in terms of Cosette.
Yeah, they took all the
character development. Now Destiny.
All the development that was supposed to go to that villain, they put into Cosette.
Exactly, but she's the main character, so it's like,
so acceptable,
okay.
Fine.
Yeah, absolutely. She's learning how to care about other people. She's finally being attached to Takt and his music, though, in the way that Cosette was.
Yeah, it was very much similar, where it's like she's trying to help from behind the scenes, and she tried to give him that little piano thing.
Exactly.
Not bother him while he's composing. It was really cute.
Exactly. So it's just like, I love seeing that because at first, I'm not gonna lie, her being like, I am a robot, hear me roar, like it was kind of, I was like, after episode 2 or 3, I was like, it's getting kind of a little bit stale. But I did, even before these 2 episodes, I started already seeing like a change in her. So I think they did a good job of like with her growth.
And she even showed a lot of concern when Takt got injured.
Exactly. And it didn't feel unnatural. It didn't feel like she was like robot until episode 7, right. And all of a sudden she changes.
Yeah, it was a good progression. Like, it happened naturally and well paced. And even her relationship with Anna, and she was like, could I still call you Anna or big sister or what?
Exactly. Because she's finally gained that like level of awareness. That I possess the body of someone who meant a lot to you. So ...
Which, of course, these are all death flags, right?
But for like Cosette?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it could be, but she's like the main character. I'd say maybe if Anne was doing all this stuff, or maybe like we all of a sudden went into Lenny's background, I've been like, oh crap, Lenny's gonna die.
Or yeah, maybe Anne will die. Maybe like it'll be like some trade off where like Anne kills or dies in place of Cassette or whatever, or of Destiny.
Maybe I just don't want Lenny to die.
Somebody's dying. There was too much positive character development and like happiness.
Yes, no, keep Lenny far in the background where he belongs.
He
where
needs
he's
to
safe.
Go back in his car and drive off.
Safe, right? Exactly. Okay, you helped us. Now leave. Please.
Yes, please. Take Titan with you.
Excuse me. The fight between Destiny and Hell. Oh
yeah, I forgot there was an amazing animation. I forgot.
Amazing, like chef's kiss. I feel like my only problem is that I feel like it's so short though.
It is.
Excuse me.
Like really short fight scenes, but it's so beautiful.
As soon as I get into it, it's like, oh, we're done. I'm like, no, I want more. I want more. No, it was really good. I wonder what's gonna happen to Blondie. I feel like there's no way they just leave him here and like that's the end of the plot point.
Part of me thinks he's gonna meet up with that other music art that he abandoned the other time. And then they'll work together. But I feel like she wouldn't want to work with him anymore. So
exactly. And where would he get like the conductor stick or what have you?
Yeah, I forgot Hell broke his stick.
Yeah, I love that. But I love when I was like, oh, you don't work for the I guess I don't need you anymore. Bye, loser.
Snap like your stick.
Like literally, like they literally had no type of emotional bond or anything because she left him at the drop of a dime, and I love that.
Yeah,
that was so funny. At first, I thought it was gonna be like, "Oh, how dare you, Hell, kill them" or something, and then the one named Heaven is like, "Oh, I'm actually a badass, even though I look really like pretty and non-threatening." But that didn't even happen. Hell just said, "Well, I guess I don't work for you anymore. Bye." Oh, that was so funny. Yes, good stuff indeed.
Yes.
All right, let's move on to Mieruko-chan, episodes 8 and 9.
Again, another pair of strong episodes, I think. These weren't connected as much, but they were still entertaining.
Oh man, that was so funny when homegirl said, "You know what? I'll just buy the dress. Nope, I'm wearing it out. Nope, it's mine.
I'm just gonna keep it on. Bye."
Listen, the way my cheap ass have been like, I'd rather be haunted than have to spend more money getting my a gift for my mother. I'll be like, nope. I'm just gonna put in headphones and just start singing to myself. I don't know why she doesn't do that.
Yeah, I would do that too. I'm just like, ignore everything and just start, or pretend you're on the phone or something.
Exactly.
I would be pretending I'm on the phone constantly. Why
did I think to myself? I'd be like, no, I just whip it out.
See it goes.
Like if I masturbate long enough, will they just get uncomfortable and leave? Will it be like, can I sexually harass the ghost into leaving me alone? I think this tactic needs to be explored.
The ghost just gets confused, like, does he see me or not?
This ghost is like, oh. Yeah, oh God, wait, what are you doing to yourself? He's like, oh my God, wait, what are you doing with that zucchini? Stop it, that's a zucchini.
I guess it depends on the ghost.
Oh yeah, right. And in some cases they can like backfire.
Oh yeah, you might be on the train and get the fucking machete ghost and just probably slice your dick off.
I mean, that'd be the least of your problems at that point. You're sexually harassing more than just the ghost. You're kind of on the train.
Well, you'll be saving all the people, Drew. You gotta bite the bullet, man.
No, they're going to like.
They'll all scatter and leave, and
they
will
not all scatter. They'll definitely. There'll be those hero types that'll definitely pin you down. So now you just got a bunch of people pinning you down, and like this ghost that. I don't know, may or may not want to chop your pee-pee off.
That's a risk I'm willing to take.
Just let you guys know we don't
condone this.
We don't condone that. Yeah, don't
do it.
whip your pee out in public places.
If there's a ghost in your room, in your own privacy in your room, feel free to test it and let us know in the comments down below.
But also, if you die, it's not our fault.
Yeah, it's not on us.
Yeah.
Don't haunt us, please.
Don't haunt us. Don't haunt us. I will not jerk off in front of you. That's because that's the way you decided to go.
Mm-hmm. Back on topic though, I find it weird. I guess it's a segue. I find it weird that they keep pushing like this weird relationship between Miko and her brother, or at least there's like, I don't know, I feel like, does he have like feelings for his sister? I feel like that's definitely implied.
Because they're definitely doing some siscon in there.
But usually it's the other way around. It's weird to see it like this little brother.
Yeah, it's weird to see the Shota being like trying to protect my Nissan. Yeah, that's kind of weird.
And I'm just like, does he think she's like attractive, or is he just a really awesome brother? It's like a thin line between the two.
Yeah, right. I think they played with that on purpose. Meanwhile, and then the sales associate was like, "Oh yeah, you guys are just cute." Like she's trying to levy it to be like, "No, they're just cute and brothers and sisters," which kind of makes you question it even more. So that was pretty. That was pretty fun. Oh my god, when I saw the part where the teacher was pregnant,
that was so heartwarming.
That was heartwarming and sad, but also heartwarming. I was like, because you know what I thought it was?
An evil ghost?
I know. I thought the baby inside her already passed. And that
was like the ghost of it.
The ghost of it haunting. I was like, please don't let that happen, because that would have been
so dark. That would have been a whole other thing.
Yeah, I've been like, no, to your eternity it doesn't get that bad.
I just thought it was like an evil spirit that was just like trying to haunt her or something, and I was like,
yeah, I knew that it couldn't be that obvious. But it was her past unborn baby trying to protect his sister or brother.
And I like that the show does those fake outs to like switch it up every once in a while, where it's like, it's not always an evil ghost haunting Miko. Sometimes it's a nice ghost trying to blend in or whatever, help people.
Well, unfortunately for her problems, Mieruko's problems just get much worse, because at the end of the episode, the scary guy with the dead cats comes back as her teacher.
He looks like so evil all the time.
Like so evil.
Like all the
in my mind, I'm like, I feel cute. Like I mean, yes, is he attractive?
Well, he's cute in a serial killer way. Like he looks like he's gonna be like, oh, I mean, he'll
yes,
be nice to you until he chops you up and eats you.
It's like, yes, he's attractive, and yes, he's hot, but like he looks like he's going to kill me. So no, that kind of balances it out. The vibe. Yeah, just a bit. I'm like, you look hot, but you also look like you won't let me leave your house alive. So you or your army of dead cats that you may or may not have killed.
And the other ghost that's just apparently following him too and like threatening Miko.
Now, see, I'm wondering. I definitely have a whatchamacallit
theory.
Maybe the ghost is trying to warn her.
Oh, that's fair.
Maybe she goes is like, yo, I know I'm ugly and crazy and trying to eat half of y'all bitches, but that motherfucker, don't be looking at him too close now.
Yeah.
I get you.
You thought that was bad.
I mean, he has all them ghosts around him for a reason. Look out, girl, you in danger.
It would be interesting.
I was thinking. Oh, it's because I feel like this show's really good at twists like that.
Yeah.
Like very good. Well, I felt so bad for her when she broke out into tears. Because that was scary as shit.
It was. I don't blame her. I would break out into tears too. That's why I'm happy she got her little her moment to be happy and in the haunted house.
That was so funny.
That was so adorable. We're saying, "Kia!"
Oh my God, I'm so scared. Oh no. He's like, yes, I can react. I'm like, oh,
precious. And then the real girl shows up and she's like, oh wait.
She's like, oh fuck. But then they all start chasing her and she's like, everyone, leave me alone. She said to the ghost too. She's like, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I realized how messed up that scene was after I sat and just thought about it. And I was like, damn. She needs therapy.
Yeah, just a bit. Just a bit of therapy.
Just a bit of therapy. A little bit of therapy.
I don't know how well I'm seeing dead people, sir. Please help me.
Right. Basically, yeah. Was that it? Was that to say? Yeah. I'll say in general, I did like that, this show still has so many disgusting designs of so many creatures. Like, they just keep getting equally nasty or nastier.
Even that ghost at the end that's just like looks like a dude in a costume. It's pretty freaky. Like he had like those sharp teeth and everything and a big ass head.
Exactly. Like
very unsettling.
Definitely looks like a random monster, like from like Madoka Magica. Like if they're inside that world.
Mm-hmm.
Except a lot less colorful and just he's like, nasty.
Yeah. Very good monster designs.
I also felt terrible for her when she didn't react to Axe Swing, but she pissed her pants. I was like, damn.
That was horrible.
I was like, damn. That was a great scene though. Like this,
it was.
It showed. I will say I didn't think they could balance the comedy and the horror, but they managed to find.
They're doing a good
balance.
job of it.
Yes, I would say so. All right.
Are we done talking about the good shows this week?
Yes. Let's move on to our last show. I wish I could say getting it off strong, but unfortunately, we're talking about Platinum End episodes 7 and 8.
Yay, Platinum End, my favorite dumpster fire.
Man, so for me, the way I can just like stomach the show.
Oh no, I don't hate it. It's entertaining. It's like I like watching it because it's just fun to watch.
Yeah.
Sometimes
I don't know. I feel like these two. I don't know. I don't know what it was about these two episodes. These two episodes for some reason exhausted me, and I can't understand. I don't know why, because it's not doing anything different.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like I saw like, what was it? Was it Saturday or Friday? This may have been Friday. I'm like, all right, time to watch all this anime I had to watch, and I watched it. And baby, by the time I was done with the second episode, I was like,
it's not that cute. It literally happened to me too, because I was gonna do the whole day. I was like, all right, I'm gonna watch like 4 shows or whatever, like 4 episodes or 6 episodes of shows. And then I watched this first and I finished the 2 episodes. I'm like, that's enough anime for today. I'm gonna go do the stream now.
Like and it's like I didn't feel this way about any of the shows.
No, it was this one.
Just this one. But as I was saying, for me to get through this, I just shift my way of thinking, and I start by just saying that Mukaido is the main character. He's just the main character.
You're lucky he survived. You're lucky he's not a cute
girl. That he's alive.
You're so lucky. I should have known. The moment he wasn't a cute girl, the other girl just died. She was fucking worthless. She did nothing.
Yeah,
she existed to be blown up. So unceremonious.
I mean, I'm not mad. I didn't really care for her.
I don't care about her either, but damn, at least like, why did you give her such an interesting design and everything? You just kill her off in like one episode of doing nothing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Also, why did she agree to die? Like, whatever.
A Red Arrow.
Oh, Red Arrow. You're right.
Also, I'm not sure if she knew there was a bomb.
I feel like she did.
Mm.
She was just lying there, like,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she didn't know. I'm like almost positive. Because remember, the Red Arrow rule, it's not like they'll die for you unless they felt like they really deserved it. And she's like, I only like girls. So I doubt something would change that she'd be like, yeah, I'm willing to get blown up for this guy I'm not even attracted to.
I don't know. The writing in the show is not the best, so I can't.
Oh yeah, like I mean, there's like so many things I can just kind of gloss over. I'm like, for example, let's start with why Mirai. Well, it was cool. I'm not just cool using the arrows as a blade.
The way that they transitioned cool. From something cool to something cringy and dumb in the matter of like 3 seconds, it was amazing.
Like what? Like how so?
Like watching him fight and just cry fight was so bad. That whole fight scene was bad. Like, way to be so pathetic. It was just so. This is why I hate him. This is why I'm sorry.
I mean, he was fighting, so it's like
he was like fighting, and he made Naruto look cool. Like, he made, like I'm pretty sure Naruto, even when he's fighting Sasuke, isn't like bawling and being like, I can't hurt you. First off, he can't even do the red arrow. Like, how sensitive is he that he can't even shoot this dude with a red arrow?
Literally, my question. I'm just like, I'm gonna get him with the red arrow by running it into his face. I'm like, you could just shoot. You can just shoot it. You can just shoot the arrow. Shoot the arrow. Mirai, shoot the arrow. Shoot the fucking arrow. Oh my god, yeah. It's just like, all right. And this is one thing I just accepted it. Whatever. Not shooting for some reason, but I guess you kind of get like a fight scene.
Yeah.
And then of course, my man Hokkaido, the moment he jumps in, he's just like, I don't got arrows, but I got guns.
That did save him. First, I was upset because then they were like, when he's like, he pulls out his phone and he's like, I got a bomb, it's gonna blow up somewhere else in the city. I'm like, first off, that's obviously a bluff. But second off, even if it wasn't a bluff, all right, dude, if you don't kill him, he's gonna blow up more people. Like at that point, I'd be like, "Oh, fuck you! I'm shooting you anyway. I don't care about those what bombs are near me."
And then when he hesitated, he was like, "Oh, I couldn't stab him with the arrow. I saw his face, and I couldn't stab him." I'm like, "Girl, you wouldn't have killed him."
Yo, I hate it because Metropolitan Man is not even a good. Like he's getting away with all these crimes not because he's super smart. But because the people he's fighting are just like total bitches and don't want to kill him.
Yeah. Or well, okay, some of them are also.
Some of them. Mikaido's up against his team is holding him back right now.
Right. Period.
He's handicapped.
Period. Because literally, if that was me, I don't like red. The moment I stuck a red arrow in him, he'd be like, "I'm doing yours." I'd be like, "Close your eyes." All right, close your eyes, and then I just kill him.
Yeah.
And that's the end of that.
I find
that would have been the end of the anime.
Yeah, 5-episode anime. OVA. It's an OVA series. Oh yeah. I find it funny that like, first off, Mirai's character is inconsistent because he had this whole breakdown and drama about like not wanting to even hit Metropolitan Man with a red arrow. Yeah, in the next episode, he has no problem putting Saki in like the air and like fake suiciding her. So I'm like, you got to be more consistent with what you can and can't do with your emotions, but whatever. The second thing is, wouldn't this show be just much better if it focused on Mikaido?
That's like if he was the main character. That's literally why I said he's my main character.
Yeah, like because like he has this whole intrigue thing, like where it's like he has cancer and he's dying, so you don't know when he's gonna die, and he has daughter.
The way he pinned his pregnant wife against the wall. My legs open.
Yeah, and then like he did he was like funny about it at the end. He was like, yeah, I did that wall slam thing, ha ha ha. Like he's a fun character. And then like even the emotional part where he's like has the dress for his daughter and
which it was so sad.
It was so good. I'm like, oh my god, this is a legit like now I feel like this is a Death Note writer. I'm like, oh my god, there's so many emotional beats, and this character is so complex, and he has this struggle. Why isn't he the main character?
He is the main. He is Mokaido's the main character to me. He is the main character. I don't know what you're talking about.
Whoa.
They just love getting a lot of screen time to the side character.
Yeah, why are they focusing on the side character that's such a bitch and whining and can't hurt people with the red arrows and shit?
I hope with episode 8 happening, which, you know, and to be fair, I can kind of understand Saki's and how she felt at one point, because she's like, damn, I was such a piece of shit. I made someone kill themselves, so I'm gonna kill myself.
I will say Saki is the one saving grace of these episodes, because I do feel like besides Mikado, because she was really I'm glad that they gave her that whole backstory, because I'm like, oh yeah, this explains why she's so detached.
Exactly.
That was really
exactly. So it's like, that's fine. That was fine. I mean, like I said, the whole thing with Mirai and I'm not gonna lie, my eyes glossed over that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was at that point, I was just like, bitch, just get through the episode. Just get through the episode.
I'm pretty sure at a certain point, I was like, oh man, that was a tough, really bad, like really long episode. And I looked at the track bar thinking it was like 20 minutes in, and it was only like 7 minutes. I'm like, oh my
god. But I will say, I'm just like, I feel like now she got over whatever she's going. She's giving me like Mukaido energy.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, yes, I'm actually doing things instead of being like a little whiny bitch and being like wham wham wham.
Yeah, she took authority and is much more active and everything, and she's a lot better, which of course means she's gonna die. She's dead. Definitely going to episode.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cute girl, interesting now. She's dead.
Saki and Mukaido are both gonna die together.
And then what? And then what are we left with?
What is gonna happen? They're gonna carry the show long enough for some bullshit character change that's gonna happen with Mirai, and then Mirai's all of a sudden gonna grow a pair, and that exact moment, that's where either one or both of them are killed.
Oh my god.
And then he's like, oh, but I'm cool and badass now. No.
Oh, you're right. He's gonna have like that whole thing where he like gains the resolve to kill Metropolitan Man. Like, you killed my friends, now I can hurt you.
Yep. You're well, not welcome.
Anime, why? Why do you do this?
Why? Anime doshite. But yeah, so I'm just hoping that just means episode 9 is going to be just Saki and Mukaido being cool.
Yeah, they'll have their cool moment before they're axed.
Yeah, and then we just get to hear as little of Mirai bitching as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
At least one can hope.
Yeah.
All right, that is the end for the reviews. Excuse me. Now for this filler arc. So when I was watching, episode 8 of Senpai Got Uzai. I'm not sure if you remember the scene where they go to the actual aquarium and they're buying the tickets.
Mm-hmm.
And it was funny because they were like, oh, couple special discount, blah, blah, blah. And then I think to myself, I feel like that's not the first, like, I feel like there's so many like couple inspired things in anime, like, couples do this, or couples get this, or couples and I'm wondering, and I, made me wonder, are they actually like, does that exist in Japan? Do they actually do do they actually get incentives just for like being a couple or just dating in general? And I feel like the answer is yes. Kind of.
That's horrible. I'm anti this practice, by the way.
Okay, well, before I even get to your opinion as to why you dislike it, because I kind of agree with you, kind of. And I say kind of because it's not so much. They don't give you. I don't think they give them like monetary incentives or a lot of monetary incentives outright, just for dating, but they do give it for for marriage. Like, so according to this like Vice article, apparently in last year, because the country's birth rates has been like on a rapid decline for like ever.
Mm-hmm.
The Japanese government started giving newlyweds 600,000 yen, so which is like
$6,000.
5,600, but close enough. And I'm just like, damn, like that's a lot of money, and that's not that's just like the normal government. Apparently, about 281 municipalities, they offer about 300,000 yen for newlywed couples, especially if they're 34 years or older.
And it stacks, so you get like 9,000, 900,000 yen.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I assume so because it's I assume different.
Be right back. I'm moving to Japan and checking out their municipalities and seeing which one pays the most. So I can get married there.
But yeah, what they do for couples, it seems like they have a lot of government sponsored dating events, which is I find kind of interesting. And this is almost to counteract, like a lot of people believe this is to counteract the fact that the government has been encouraging more people to work, including women. But they feel like because women are working now they have just less time to date, less time to be like a proper wife, which is maybe leading to less couples getting together, which I don't really agree with this. But so it's really interesting, like certain sects of excuse me, I can't talk. Certain sects of government are kind of like combating these things. Some people are like, yes, women should, we need it because we need to stimulate the economy. So women need to go work, but also women can't work because we need to, keep up the birth rate or stop it from declining. But I think it's, it's a very, I wouldn't even say stuck between a rock and a hard place. Because like I said, I personally don't think two people working would necessarily stop them from getting married. Because that's just
it would stop them from dating. Like, if you just work all the time, you're not gonna have time to like go out.
Okay, I would say it's more. That is true, because I forget that the Japanese work week is not the American work week.
Yeah, it's like 6 days and then 5 days sometimes, but then it's also like you're working 10 to 12 hours.
Exactly. And so many people like, we hear the stories of so many people just like having like psychotic breaks, committing suicide, and all these horrible stories that come up about, the stresses of having such a work week. So yeah, I guess that could be a factor. In that case, I would just say, hey, maybe you should just not have such a crazy work week. But who am I? Just a human. So now that I said all of that, now what is your feelings about that? Why do you dislike it?
Well, so not so much the government stuff. But like, if there are like private companies or whatever doing like the whole, oh, you get half off these tickets if you're a couple or something like that, or like here's free, I don't know, insurance, whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
I first off, couples get everything. All right, yeah, you're in a couple already. You're already well off. All right, I'm out here for the single people, the people who live tough single lives without a significant other. We should be getting extra benefits. There should be more people out here being like, "Yo, it's tough being single. We should give single people some free shit." If you a couple, first off, if you're a couple, that's double the income. All right, you don't need no extra free bullshit. You should be paid
I'm
more. You should be. There should be a couple price hike.
that doesn't make any sense. I think you just might be a little salty.
Maybe.
But
Listen, it's bad enough that Valentine's Day exists, all right? I don't need every day to be Valentine's Day.
wait, it doesn't have to be? What?
If
What
I'm
does that
going
even
if I'm
mean?
going to like a movie theater and they're like, "Oh, here's your plebeian extra expensive single ticket," and then like a couple's behind me and like, "Oh, yes, the couple's here. Here's your exquisite half off
Wait,
tickets."
chotomate. Okay, now I feel type of way because you're the same raggedy bitch who would make fun of me for going to movie theaters by myself. Like I'm some kind
Well,
of
I was using the
weirdo
movie
or
theater as an
loser.
example. But
What?
I was using a movie theater as an example. But
Hmm. Hypocrite.
well, actually, this is the one case where I do think maybe they should incentivize single people to go to the movie theater by giving them lower rates.
Or you can just pay the normal amount to see the movie that you want to see.
Mm, eh,
But yeah, I think.
it's not as fun going by yourself to go see a movie, so I feel like they should
But
definitely
during a movie,
incentivize.
I'm not even interacting with you anyways.
Yeah,
I'm
but just
watching a movie.
having company there and then like afterwards you get to talk to them and stuff. It's a much better experience.
I mean, I agree. Like talking about the movie after is like cute, but that's it.
All right, so
Outside of
if there
it, I
was a
don't.
movie and
I've
you were in
watched
this,
multiple movies by myself,
all
and
right, but there
I've
was
had
no
a
one else
great
in the
time.
theater. It was just you wouldn't feel
No,
like awkward about that?
wait, if it was just me in the theater.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that'd be kind of dope. Wait, what?
Oh
Why
my
would?
god! All right, so you're just weird. Never mind. That's an example
Wait,
doesn't work with
like
me.
well, first of all, why would I want a lot of people around me?
Because it's
They're
theater. It's
strangers.
an
They're
environment.
strangers.
You
Why do I want
want you
strangers
want you
being in my
want
personal space?
an environment of like
No, I'm not saying
people enjoying a
I'm
movie.
anti. I'm not saying I'm anti. I like go to movie with friends. Go to movie with friends. Go to movies with your date. Go to with your wife, your husband, your girlfriend, your side piece, whatever. Um, I'm just saying I'm
I'd
equally
be freaked.
trying
If
going
I
by
was in a movie
myself.
theater
Like
and there
my
was no one there but me, I'd walk right out. I'd be like, "Yo, this is fucking weird. I ain't watching a movie in this big ass theater by myself.
but I want to see the
I'll watch it at home where I'm much more
But
comfortable."
I feel that about most movies. I'm like, if I could just not even go watch them at a
Mm.
movie theater, I wouldn't. I would just watch them all from my house, or I'd watch them like me and my bae snuggling up in a bed watching a movie at from the comfort of like my or their house.
Either
Or
way, I
I had
still
to put
feel
on
like
clothes, go on transportation to go see a movie with a bunch of other people that I'm not friends
all right,
with.
fine. That's a better example, by the way. Transportation. If there's like half off Metro cards for couples or something, that'd be
I
fucked
doubt
up.
that's I doubt that that's a thing. I think it mostly would be like
It'd probably be like amusement parks and stuff.
I don't know. How do you feel about like I don't know. I feel like maybe how do you feel about like couple sets for like food? How do you feel about that?
What, like if you work for a restaurant?
Yeah, and they're like, oh, like not even necessarily like they say it's like a couple set, but just like two people can just order
Split it.
this.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's fine as
like
long as it's not like some special price or only couples can get it or something.
yeah, because first of all, how do you even like? So my thing is, I don't like the whole couples incentives thing. Like, oh, couples get half off tickets. Only because it's like, I don't know. I feel like at some point people get desperate to have a girlfriend or a boyfriend, and that's, in my opinion, that is like the wrong mentality to have. Let me tell you something. The moment I really stopped caring that much about having a boyfriend, that is when boom, back to back to back, they just start coming. The moment I really just let go of that, and be like, okay, people are together, whatever, and then or I'm like, oh, whew, I got through a crazy relationship, and Oni knows the stuff that I've been through in my relationship. So after that, I'm like, I'm not ready to date for like at least a year and a half. Like, I'm honestly just good. I'm good. And then I trip and fall right into them.
This feels a lot like advice of a millionaire being like, listen, when I stopped worrying about money, I made $1 billion.
No.
Yeah.
I'm just
that advice isn't going to work for a lot of people. I feel like that advice only works for people who are already fortunate with relationship stuff. Because you naturally just fall into relationships. You're that type of person.
And, this is kind of true. But but I would say there's already enough. I feel like there's already enough pressures to date, to find someone, to get married, especially if you get to our age.
Yeah, I just don't want to punish people for being single. That sucks. Like, it's sucky enough being single as it is. You don't need to be punished.
Yeah, it's like I don't want people to date for like the wrong reason or feel even more pressure. I think that's what this does. It's like, oh, like you start seeing the couple discount for this and the couple discount for that. And I in my mind, anime imitates real life in Japan to a certain degree, especially like
I'm
the
sure
slice
that
of life
exists.
ones.
I'm sure that
Exactly
stuff exists in Japan.
So I don't know. I just feel it's crazy. Excuse me. That they would do it so much in hopes like, oh, be a couple so you can get half off. But I'm like, girl, that's not how couples work. Couples don't get, or couples should not be getting together just so they can get half off in a movie.
Well, what they do is, I think they do over here too in America. There are certain restaurants and stuff where you have to be with like, you can't go by yourself. Like, it has to be reservation only, and it has to be with like a party of at least 2 people. But I feel like even then, it's like you can bring.
I've never been to places like that. I'm not saying that they don't exist. I've just never been to places like that, and honestly, I don't think I'd want to go to a place like that.
They're usually like really snooty French like couple. Like if you want to bring your date to like a really fancy restaurant.
Yeah, which is, I mean, there's already a stigma. That's a thing I hate about it, because the stigma of just doing things by yourself is so strong. Like even you, Jeffrey, have been brainwashed to think that seeing a movie by yourself is like, oh my god, that's strange, that's weird.
It is, but okay.
Exactly. You've been conditioned that way. When eating by yourself, which I've done before, not weird. What was weird were people looking at me.
Where are you eating? Are you eating like McDonald's, or are you like Applebee's?
Applebee's.
I'd go to a, like, if it's like a bar or a restaurant, I'd go there by myself. I'll just grab like a appetizer and some drinks or something.
Yeah, like a bar. I feel like I've been like, yeah, something like nothing fancier than like an Applebee's.
Yeah, that's fine. I thought you'd be like, I went to Carmine.
No. Like, yeah, something like Applebee's or McDonald's. Like,
yeah, that's fine.
It's fine. Like, especially as when I started working more in my 20s, like those times where I just went somewhere to eat by myself, I would just pop up something on my Netflix, eat my food, and enjoy my little break. So I'm just like, why can't people do this normally? I feel like I'm not the only one who eats by themselves. During work. Do you, Oni?
Well, I lock my door in my office.
I'm assuming there's no one else in your office.
Myself.
All right, then there you go.
But I do that more so to specifically escape from people.
But point is, you're doing it anyways.
Yes.
So yeah, I just feel like there's just such a stigma against just doing I don't know, like single things, and there shouldn't be that. I feel like I got to a point in my life where I just like no one really wanted to do too many things with me or the things I wanted to do, especially like in college in my mid-20s. And I think that's when I just started like getting more and more comfortable just doing stuff I want to do. Like the first time I went out by myself, oh, I was like going out by myself. That's like I want that doesn't make you weird, but I can understand if you're uncomfortable doing that. Cause like especially if you're like a woman, like say less. I understand. I 100% understand. It's lots of dangers.
Have you
Lots
ever
of
seen the completely, well, not completely off topic, but related?
mm-hmm.
You ever seen that video of like the cringy pickup artists?
Mm-mm.
Where it's like a compilation of all like these women who just go out or usually by themselves, and then like these dudes try to pick them up, but it's like the most terrifying, cringy, horrific thing you'll ever like. Yeah, if you've seen that one, like I saw that video, and I'm like, if I was a woman, I would A, never leave my house by myself, and B, if I do leave my house, I'm always armed with some blade or gun because
Exactly.
people will be fucking weirdos.
100%. We're speaking also related to that. Did you know that and I guess I'll bring this up again during the anime when I see blog, but like apparently we were just walking, just making our way towards calls it, towards the next bar when I was out with Zenkai and what have you. Apparently the guy walking behind us, I thought he was just like some random drunk guy, and I'm just like, okay, ignoring you, like, and kept walking.
Mhm.
Apparently his dick was out.
Oh yeah, I think it.
Is that I was like, wait, what? I didn't know. I mean, I know some immature doo-doo head somewhere is probably like, oh, Andrew didn't look down. Hard to believe.
Well, it was dark out.
It was dark out, and I wasn't looking up. Like he wasn't attractive, so why would I be looking him up and down? So yeah, to that one doo-doo brain who's thinking that, you suck, and I'm gonna leave it at that. But yeah, there's just ugh. So it's like I understand some instances of yes, don't be by yourself if you can help it. But yeah, once I started really just doing things by myself a little more in my 20s, I was like, huh, I don't want to do this all the time, but like the few times I do it, it's not bad. I feel like a lot of people, that's the thing, a lot of people think that I'm like the super socialite that just always is going out and being around people and all the time and what have you. And I'm just kind of I'm here chilling. Even in a relationship, there'll definitely come a point where I'll have to tell, my boyfriend, like, hey, yeah, I'm not coming over tonight. No, I just need some me time. I just need some me time.
Fair enough. And I'm sure that they're depending on where if you're in a major city, I will say this much. There's lots of like hangouts and stuff you guys can go to if you're single. There's a great way to meet people.
Also, I find it so odd that the government, like the governments themselves, are like setting up like dating events.
Oh well, it's directly affecting them if they don't have a boyfriend.
I know it directly affects them, but let me tell you something. The way I would have to, you'd have to pay me to go to a dating event sponsored by the American government.
They're paying you 600,000 yen.
Hey, no, that's if I get married.
Well, it could lead to that. It's the first step.
I can do that on my own.
I mean, it depends how well put together these events are,
no. I feel like I know the kind of people that would go to those events, and it's just like, oh, I'm not sure if those are the kind of people I can see myself with. So it's like, ugh, especially if they do some kind of like, I don't know, oh, if things work out. Oh wait, didn't it say in the art in one of the articles, like if something, I think there's like an incentive, like if you guys are paired, something good happens. Also, this is so crazy. This line from the article, and whenever anyone got too shy, elderly volunteers from a local quote unquote marriage promotion committee would step in to guide the conversation alone. Oh my God. I'd rather you just shoot me.
I feel like you're
Rather
reading
you
more
just
into it than that. They probably just show up
No,
and be
because
like,
that's
by the
weird.
way, did you hear
That's
about this in the
weird.
news? And that's it.
Huh?
I feel like they're just there to like give icebreakers or something.
No, you can just do the icebreaker. Like I can, if two people can't communicate by themselves, then it's like that should answer that question. I having a tertiary party kind of help me date someone, and they're old people. that I don't know. To me, that's wild. I could never do that. Like if you're clearly like not hitting it off with someone, then you just might not be hitting it off, and that's fine.
I don't know. Depending on how involved they are. If they're just going in and being like, by the way, lovely weather, and then starting conversations or whatever, that's fine. Or like the thing we did in college when we were there, well, at least I'm pretty sure every college does it, where your first day in the college and you're like, they want you to meet new people, so they'll do like, get in groups and do this activity or something. Like, stuff to just spur conversation.
Yeah.
As opposed to just sitting everyone down at a table and being like, all right, the guards are stationed at the exits. Talk.
Talk to them. But unfortunately, these speed dating events, apparently, especially the specific one that was taking place in this place called Ishioka, apparently it's only yielded 2 married couples. So it's clearly not that successful.
Yeah.
For obvious reasons. Like I feel like they keep trying to throwing incentives and money in it is not going to change it. How you change how men and women interact with each other, that I think is going to change it moving forward. I think this is one of the weird things where I usually won't say this, where I think Japan could use like a good dose of like Western influence. Like if you guys are just always like this shy or this, because I feel like Japan, when it comes to prudence and dating, it's the way they do it. It feels so. It's weird. It's weird. It's almost everything is almost too polite, which doesn't allow for. I feel like doesn't allow for any like bonding of people, and I think they're so that's what I'm looking for. They're so obsessed with doing it, having things done like quote unquote the right way, that, excuse me, I don't know. It like doing stuff like this makes things feel forced, which in turn isn't going to work. One of the couples, and I'll end the filler arc on this quote. It says one of the 8 couples who paired up by the end of the dating event, by the time this not magazine, this article came out, which came out in 2016, by the way, so it's not like super recent, but 5 years is recent enough. But this man says, we'd like to go out for dinner first and start our relationship little by little, said one man on his way out with his new girlfriend. Girl, you just met her tonight. Why is she your girlfriend?
Maybe they really hit it off.
You would have to, I don't even know what someone would have to say for me to convince them to. No, There's nothing, because my favorite partner would also never want that, because that makes no sense with your girlfriend. Like, that's what I mean. Like, there's like a weird backwardness about it. It seems very formal. It's like, haha, we're a girlfriend and boyfriend. Now we can do the stuff that we're supposed to do before we make that decision to be a girlfriend and boyfriend. It's just very interesting. I just noticed that, when Kazuma and Sakurai got the tickets, I'm just like, you know what? I feel like I've heard that a lot. Like, do they do this a lot in Japan? So, I just want to talk about it. I thought it was interesting.
It is interesting.
Yes, but like I said, that is the end of the filler arc. For me, let us know what you think about dating incentives, and leave your salty single comments below. But yes, Oni, will you be a dear and take us away?
I will. Guys, if you enjoyed this episode of the G&A podcast, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe so you catch all these episodes as they go up every week. If you haven't already, do follow us over on Twitch, follow us on Twitter, and join the party on our Discord, all linked in the description down below. Also, if you'd like, you can even support us on Patreon or become a channel member, like all these lovely people on screen right now who make the show possible. Drew, do you have anything you'd like to
add? Let's see. Guys, please support Platinum Diamond. Can't wait to see all the great things Hokkaido's gonna do. He's clearly a really cool main character,
Yeah.
Can't wait to see the great things he does, and he's gonna live forever. It's gonna be great.
I'm sure of it. But until next time, has been Soberoni and
Droovy Doo.
We'll catch y'all later. Later.
Bye.